channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Today, let's talk about why setting boundaries or having boundaries causes you to lose a lot of fans. So we all know that when we don't have boundaries or when we lack boundaries, it seems like everybody's our friend. Everybody wants to be with us. Everybody just thinks the greatest of us. But as soon as we start setting boundaries and we stick to those boundaries, we don't allow people to disrespect those boundaries, then it's like, I'm losing friends. People find it hard to want to be with me or to date me. And it just seems like, like I'm becoming invisible. I understand what you're going through. For so long in my life, I didn't really have boundaries. I really didn't know what boundaries were. I didn't know the importance of setting boundaries. And everybody wanted to be with Mika. Everybody wanted to be in Mika's world. Everybody just wanted to just be my best friend. But as soon as I start realizing that, hey, I have to set boundaries because I'm not here just for your pleasure. I'm not here just for you to take advantage of me. I'm not here just to be your servant. I have a life and I have needs and I have desires of my own. And I can't keep abandoning myself and disrespecting myself just to be your friend, just to have you in my life, just to allow you to still be in my circle. And I noticed that once I started doing that and once I started putting an end to just allowing people to just come and take from my life and just walk away willy-nilly with their life and be happy, and I started realizing that the things that they asked me for, if I asked them for the same thing, or the things that they done to me, if I did the same things, they wouldn't have liked it, or they wouldn't have given it. They wouldn't have been as willing as I was to be that or to do that for them, or to accept certain things that I knew wasn't making me feel okay, that I knew was hurting me, that I knew was disrespecting me. And that's when I realized that it was time to set those boundaries. They had boundaries. Even if they wasn't the strongest boundaries, they still had them. And so that's when I realized that, you know what? It's not the time to keep allowing people to do things or say things or behave in ways in my life that doesn't make me feel good, doesn't bring me peace or joy. I have the right to say, no, this is what I want. This is what makes me happy, and this is what doesn't make me happy. I have the right to say that because everybody has the right to say that. And when I look back over my life and my journey, I realized that a lot of those people that I was friends with and in relationships with and things like that, they had their boundaries. Because as soon as I would respond or act in the same ways that they were or that they would, it was all disrespect. I don't want to be with you no more. I don't like you anymore. We're not friends anymore. But it's like you were doing the same thing. So what makes us any different? What makes it okay for you but not okay for me? And I've even been in relationships or dealt with friends who said that I was just too difficult to love. And that was only because I had boundaries. Me saying, I'm not going to allow you to treat me this way. I'm not going to allow you to touch me this way. I'm not going to allow certain things that I'm not comfortable with to happen in my life is me being too difficult to love, too difficult to even like at this point because my standards is too high. I'm learning to appreciate that because even if I lowered my standards or lowered my boundaries and just let people just walk all over it again, I know exactly what would happen. At the end of the day, once I'm exhausted, once I can give no more, once they become bored with me, then it's on to the next person that they can treat that way and get away with it. That's why I have to keep reminding myself that this is great. You don't need a whole lot of friends. You don't need a whole lot of people coming into your life and taking from you and pretending to be your friend or pretending to love you, because the true people who respect you are going to gravitate to you because you have boundaries. People who want the best for you want you to have boundaries. Your friends who want to be in your life wants for you to have boundaries. They're not the people that only wants to be in your life when you're easy. And not talking sexual, but just anything. You're just easy yes for everything. Yeah, I give this. I really don't have it, but I do it. I really don't want to do this, but I'll go. Like, just easy. You'll be fun for a little bit, but after a while, people get tired of that. Because then they're like, you don't ever say no. When are you going to stand up for yourself? Like, I'm talking to you crazy, and I know I am, but you still put up with it. How is our friendship or our relationship going to help me grow if you're condoning everything that I do and say that I know isn't right, but I do it because you allow me to do it? How am I going to grow? How do you truly love me if you let me do whatever I want? Just like with your kids. How can you truly love your kids if you let them do any and everything they want, and then they go into the world and they end up in jail or hurt or their life's taken because you never set boundaries? You never told them, like, this is okay, but this is not okay. You never told them no. You never showed them the importance of having boundaries for their lives and for living life in a certain way. When you truly love somebody, you'll have boundaries. And the people who truly love you will respect those boundaries. And if they have a problem with it, it's because they're not willing and ready to change. They're not willing and ready to respect you. Because the only people that get upset about you having boundaries, especially if you're not harming anyone, you're not disrespecting anyone, the only people who get upset with you having boundaries are the people who no longer gets the benefit from you having those boundaries. And I know you guys heard that saying before. That's not my saying it. It's been going around the internet. I've seen it before. And it's true. When I think back over my life, like I said, I see where those people who benefited from me not having boundaries started to change or fizzled out of my life once I started setting boundaries. Don't let nobody gaslight you and make you think that you don't deserve love, you don't deserve peace, you don't deserve any of that because you're too difficult, because you have boundaries. Don't let nobody treat you that way, because that's not true. You deserve it all. But y'all let me know what you think. What I ask is that we be polite and courteous in the comment section, because someone like myself is reading your comments, and we're not here to be reading no negative stuff. We're just here to get different perspectives on things. We can always agree to disagree, but in a polite and courteous way. Keep the conversation going, have a little bit of fun, and learn something new from one another. But you go ahead and let me know what you think. Drop your testimonies or whatever experiences you would like to share, and we'll keep the conversation going and talk next time. Bye.